Hey guys, me Matthew again, and today I'm going to be doing another audio series. Anyways, if you're new here, please like, subscribe to the bell down below. If you're not subscribed, please like, subscribe to the bell down below. As well as go for my community posts. You do not know where you may find. But anyways, this story is pretty much similar to Hunger Games and several other types, but slightly different. It's a bit more similar to Minecraft story mode where they encounter the games at the end of season 2, but it's a bit more realistic than Minecraft to the best of my capability, and is in a future setting. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the story. Chapter 7, Sacrifices. Reese Connigan's eyes widened in horror as Nigel crumpled to the ground, blood pouring from his eye socket. She reacted instantly, rushing to his side and pressing her hands against the wound to staunch the bleeding. Beast Connigan. Nigel! She shouted, her voice laced with panic. I placed my fingers to Nigel's neck with wide, rational eyes. I couldn't find any pulse. Ladies, he's dead. We have to leave right now. But grab what you can before we do. Lila and Helena sprang into action immediately, grabbing essential supplies and weapons with shaking hands. Beast Connigan hesitated for a moment longer beside Nigel's lifeless body, tears streaming down her face. Beast Connigan. We can't just leave him, he whispered desperately. We have to, my love. Please don't make me slap the shock out of you, Beast Connigan. Her tears continued to fall as she nodded slowly, understanding the urgency despite her grief. Beast Connigan. I'm sorry. She sniffed hard, wiping her eyes quickly before grabbing a few items herself. She looked up at me with reddened eyes. Beast Connigan. Let's go. Beast Connigan and I used our wings to fly out while holding Lila and Helena over the hot but slowly cooling up, hitting in a metal hole that had been lava, heading towards the disabled volcano. But one of the few remaining players got another lucky shot, their arrow going straight through Lila's back, making her gasp and loose in her grip to the point that she slipped from my hands out of my control. Shit! Lila was engulfed in a still slightly low viscosity lava that not only burnt her but coiled around her body like she was nothing more than a made fossil. Gah, lucky bastard. Beast Connigan's eyes widened in horror at Lila's fall, a scream catching in her throat. Beast Connigan. No, she choked out, gripping Helena tighter, her wings beat faster, nearly losing control in her panic. Beast Connigan. We need to. Her voice broke. No, it was pointless. It'll be a while before the other surviving players come up here with the slowly cooling lava. Also, my love, save your grief for after the game is done. We still have our future together after all. So please, don't dare to lose your edge now. I kissed her cheek while looking into her eyes with serious, unfazed eyes, making her realize that I thrive in this us scarily. Her eyes softened briefly at the kiss in my words. Finding strength in my calm demeanor, she took a deep breath, composing herself. Beast Congan, you're right, she whispered, her voice steady once more. Beast Congan, I can't fall apart now. She looked around, assessing their surroundings. Helena, are you okay? Or do I need to slap the shock out of you? Please say you are and that I don't have to. Helena blinked rapidly, trying to shake off the shock and horror of what had just happened. She nodded slowly. Helena, I'm okay, she stuttered, her voice trembling slightly. Helena, I'm okay. I'm just... She took a deep breath. Helena, I'm okay. Good. I'd rather slap a girl in shock than slap a girl who'll kick my ass because of it when it was unnecessary. I placed my hand on her shoulder reassuringly. Helena managed a weak smile at my reassurance, appreciating the attempt to lighten the mood despite the grim situation. She leaned into my hands briefly before straightening up. Helena, thanks. I think I needed that. She glanced back towards where Lila had fallen. Helena, what do we do now? We find shelter. Plus, since this volcano is fake, we can trust that it won't go off again. Beast Congan. Right. Beast Congan's gaze drifted back to the lava-covered area where Lila had fallen. Her heart heavy, but she pushed the grief aside, focusing on survival. Beast Congan, we should find a cave or some sort of overhang to shelter under just in case. Just be careful on our descent into the volcano, ladies. We started our descent. Beast Congan led the way carefully, her wings folded tightly against her back as he navigated the treacherous terrain. Helena followed closely behind, her steps cautious and deliberate. The heat was still intense but bearable as we descended deeper into the volcano. After nearly an hour, we found a good spot to shelter. Not only did we have the high ground, but we could see the opening beneath us where I figure the remaining surviving players would enter from, giving us a good vantage point. This'll work nicely. The shelter was a perfect vantage point, offering both protection and a clear view of the entrance below. Beast Congan sailed against the rocky wall, her wings wrapping around Helena protectively as she scanned the horizon for any signs of movement. Helena, we should rest here, she murmured softly. You both do that. I'm too filled with adrenaline to sleep right now, I said honestly and strategically, knowing that I can work on defenses while they sleep. Helena nodded wearily and leaned into Beast Congan's embrace, closing her eyes as exhaustion overwhelmed her. Beast Congan watched me with a mix of gratitude and concern as I began to fortify their shelter, her hand gently stroking Helena's hair. Beast Congan, be careful. I'll try, my love. Sleep well. As time passed, I had carved out rock spikes going downwards by using the fire that my wings create to melt them into the shape that I needed. I even smoothed out any potential ascending climbable areas that would allow the surviving players to reach us. It whose slippery smooth obsidian walls. Beast Connigan slept deeply, her wings twitching occasionally as her mind wandered through dark, restless dreams. Helena, too, was lost in a turbulent sleep, her body pressed tightly against Beast Connigan's as she sought comfort and warmth. Once I was done, I joined them in their sleep, resting my head in Beast Connigan's lap like a cat adoring his mistress. As the hours passed, Beast Connigan stirred slightly, her hand automatically reaching down to gently stroke my hair as I slept in her lap. Helena shifted too, turning to face us both and wrapping an arm around my waist possessively in her sleep. I stirred a little before waking up fully to the sight of Beast Connigan's loving smile. Her smile softened, watching me wake up. Beast Connigan, sleep well? She asked in a whisper, her fingers continuing to gently stroke my hair. Helena stirred at the sound of my movement, but remained mostly asleep, her face resting against my shoulder. Beast Connigan, you overdid it. Repairing our defenses? I need to gain more body fat to make up for the amount I used up with my wings, my love. I said, slightly dizzy, but I'll manage. Beast Connigan's expression filled with concern as she noticed my dizziness. Beast Connigan, you need to eat more, she said firmly, her hand moving from my hair to my cheek, gently turning my face towards hers. Beast Connigan, I won't have you pushing yourself too hard and getting hurt. Agreed. However, I'll manage, my love. I just need to not use the fire ability that comes with my wings for a while, I said with both understanding and reason. She nodded slowly, her thumb brushing gently over my cheekbone. Beast Connigan, all right, but if it becomes too much, you tell me immediately. No heroic stupidity, understood? She looked at me sternly, her gaze softening again a moment later. Naturally, mistress, my love. I French kissed her affectionately, letting the words sink into her. Her heart skipped a beat at the height of a mix of surprise and pleasure washing over her features. She deepened the kiss immediately, her hands moving to cup my face tenderly. Beast Connigan, only you can get away with that name, she whispered against my lips, grinning softly. Helena giggled, ruining the moment as we both turned our heads slowly to look at her. She blinked, realizing that she had been caught in the moment. Her face flushed slightly as she looked back at us both, her arms wrapping tight around my waist possessively. Helena, too cute, she muttered, bearing her face back into my shoulder. Helena, stupid lovebirds. You know you're asking to be tickled by these stupid lovebirds, right, Helena? Beast Connigan and I both smirked playfully. Helena's eyes widened in mock horror, her arms turning around me protectively. Helena, no tickling, I swear. If you two start out, she broke off into a fit of giggles, her threat completely ruined by her laughter. The sounds of footsteps caught my attention, but they weren't human movements. They were mechanical. Shit. We need to get out of here. Now. A slightly melted TBTBD with a 5-barrel chain minigun showed up, but hadn't noticed us yet. We quickly stood up, Beast Connigan and I preparing our mechanical wings for our escape. Beast Connigan's expression turned serious. Mechanical wings unfolded with a soft whir. He glanced at Helena, who was already on her feet and ready to move. The mechanical bot hadn't spotted us yet, but it was only a matter of time. Beast Connigan. Where to? She asked urgently. Top of the mouth of the volcano above us. Beast Connigan and I grabbed Helena's hands as we both flew up as fast as we could, but not without drawing the TBTBD's attention. As soon as we took off, the TBTBD's mechanical head snapped up, its glowing red eyes looking onto our fleeing figures. It let out a loud mechanical screech and began to pursue us, its 5-barrel chain minigun spinning up to full speed. We moved in circles, but that didn't stop one of the bullets from going straight through Helena's forehead, making us both drop her body when Helena's grip loosened. Damn it! Come on, move! I said urgently, with slight frustration, but with realism. Beast Connigan's face paled as Helena's limp body fell from our grip. Tears immediately welled up in her eyes, but she swallowed them back down, her focus solely on survival now. We flew faster, weaving through the narrow passage is inside the volcano. We soon reached the mouth of the volcano to see that down below in the distance were the other last 5 surviving players coming this way. We should get out of sight on the other side of the volcano. They'll enter the entrance and get wiped out by the TBTBD inside. 30 or so minutes from now, my love. Beast Connigan nodded, her breath coming in quick gasps as she followed my lead. We quickly flew to the other side of the volcano's mouth, hiding behind a large outcrop of rock. She leaned against me, her heart pounding in her chest as she tried to catch her breath. I don't know what we could have done differently, my love. I know it seems odd to do this right now, but I can't help but love you so much. I French kissed her. She kissed back passionately despite our current situation, her arms wrapping tightly around my neck as she poured every emotion she felt into the kiss. When we finally broke apart, she rested her forehead against mine, her voice barely above a whisper. Beast Connigan, I love you too, so much. Then, for right now, let's rest until this game is finally done, I said with understanding. As we rest in each other's embrace, minutes passed quickly, and we were startled awake not just by the echoing screams and firing bullets, but we also felt an explosion that seems to have came from the TBTBD that caused the cameras and lights around the arena walls to shut down. Holy shit.